Welcome to episode 14 of the Eastside Morales Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Garcia Vega. And on this week's episode of the Eastside Morales Podcast is Conway. I caught up with Conway last Wednesday, a couple of hours before he released Reject on Steroids. So obviously we had a chance to talk a little bit about that project. I also wanted to talk to him a little bit about this upcoming tour he has, along with Westside Gun, Benny, Derringer, and Green Lantern. So check for them coming to your city. We also talked a little bit about the journey, these past few years with Griselda Records, just steadily, grinding it out project after project. I believe it's 11 projects that they've released, and how that led to their partnership with Shady Records, working with Paul Rosenberg and Eminem. So I kind of wanted to ask a little bit about that too. That's been a big deal, especially for, people like myself who's a fan of, just like that hardcore, grimy, underground type of sound. But, these guys have been defying, what it is to be that quote unquote underground, and just staying underground, and they're starting to, penetrate through the surface, so to speak. So I kind of wanted to, just ask the man himself, what it was like, what's the changes, and what's the expectations. So, we chopped it up about a few different things, So, check it out, Conway, Eastside Morales. And before we get into that, I want to shout out my homie Taj Ali, who set this up for me. So, shout out to him. Salute. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, I'm gonna play a little bit of Cooked in Hell's Kitchen off that new Reject on Steroids. And like I said, go hit up his IG page or hit Google and look up Reject on Steroids, so you can go get a copy of that. So let's get into it. Eastside Morales Podcast, Conway the Machine. Let's go.
I don't back down, check my background, spray and trap down, fill a nigga back with Mac rounds, strapped down with the black pound, the serial number scratched down. I can have the killers on attack now, pull the mask down, 5 ghouls, 2 at the front, 3 at the back now. I don't listen to these new niggas that rap now. I was out wildin' with a Mac, you was with your girl listening to Mac Wild. Fuck these niggas and they rap styles. I murder niggas with this ink shit, it get ugly, nigga, black child. My dog blew his last trial and got sat down. 20 flat in the max, he on his way back now. Gas plug in Cali, I just gotta get it back now. Send it in the mail, we made it, I can relax now. And let the racks pop. My youngin' domed the nigga, right up close, I saw him crack smile. I was in that ghost, hating niggas saw me stuntin'. They was looking like a ghost is what they saw or something. Shot his tearing limbs off like I'm sawing something. Pit gun was looking like I'm playing the guitar or something. This nigga talking like he off or something. I'm like you talking to a G like you don't respect your jaw or something. The Nike Kanye's 10, he whipping 8 yams. Cook smoke, he whipped the shit for 8 grand. 40 in the waistband. Pussy nigga, I ain't playing. No, we ain't playing. Wait, you got hit, that was something you ain't playing. Now you need an escape plan. Wait, I know he snake, we don't shake hands. He got his face bland. Then I went to Roof Chris and ate land. Chopper make a fuck nigga break dance. The shells got caught in the slide. It made the cake jam. Machine.
All right, man. Well, I won't take too much of your time, man. I know you got a lot going on. But thank you for doing this. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys got a lot going on right now. You got your new project, the that you dropped today, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in like 2 hours.
Okay.
Reject
on steroids?
Yeah, Reject on steroids, man. You know, I just wanted to whip up a tape, you know, for the people, for the streets, you know, for the real fans that's been, you know, fucking with me from day one and you know, waiting patiently for, you know, some new material from me with everything going on, you know what I'm saying? I've been just so focused on trying to make my album right, you know, grimiest of all time, my GOAT album. I'm trying to get that shit so right, and I'm a perfectionist, so I've been working on that shit, you know, like night and day. So the fans been getting kind of, you know, antsy, you know what I mean, wanting some new shit. So I thought I'd just whip up the tape just to give niggas, you know what I mean, feed the people, and you know, start making a joy. And I'm dropping that shit today, Reject on steroids.
And that's pretty you know, that's pretty important that you said that and that you're actually doing that, because one thing I've noticed, I've probably I got put on to you guys from a homie of mine maybe about a year ago, right? And what I've noticed is that you guys got this rabid cult following of followers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they hang on to everything you guys drop, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's a testament to the work you guys put in. So I see the anticipation online for Reject on steroids. Now my question about that is that you know, you're known, you know, for having this real grimy filled, you know what I'm saying, bar filled material. You dropped this Be Humble, not humble, you know what I'm saying? It's a Be Humble instrumental. But I mean, how do you feel like the fans responded to that? Because you kind of like flex different muscles on that one, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know, they responded to it. The fans that's been around from the beginning, like, you know, they you know, familiar with it. They accepted it and they loved it. You know what I mean? There was a couple people like some of my newer fans that's not really used to me. You know what I'm saying? Rapping on shit like that or whatever, but like Devil Reject 1, you know, Reject 1, I did that. Like Reject 1 was kind of like steroids, like on some, you know what I'm saying? I've got a couple instrumentals, I got some originals, and that's how Reject 1 was, and that's what I was doing with Reject on steroids, just to get back in that zone. Like I always try to do that, like just tell instrumentals too, and you know what I mean, and just stray away and do different shit. But you know, the fans, they you know, they happy with it, cause you know, they know how I go on anything I get on, so I'm sure they was happy with it.
Yeah, I asked because you know how, like, you know, some of these hippity hop fans, you know what I'm saying, as some will call them, you know, if it ain't what you do, you know what I'm saying, like if you stray away off the path a little bit, in their eyes, it's like, oh no, I hope this ain't what we're gonna be looking at, this and that, you know what I'm saying? So I just asked because I think most artists have more than one style and they enjoy more than one sound, and you know, it's kind of boring to stick to one thing, you know what I'm saying?
I actually like the Kendrick beat. I like Kendrick album. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't just like it. I love Kendrick album. I love Kendrick, no matter. Like, no homo. Like, I fuck with how he do, you know what I mean? Schoolboy, I fucks with them niggas. Like, I think them niggas the illest niggas in the game besides, you know, outside of me and my niggas.
Yeah.
I think them niggas got it hands down right now, TVC. But, you know, saying that to say, like, you know, trap beats and all that, man. I listen to everything, man. I ain't just, you know, sitting up just listening to, you know, Dilla beats all day. No disrespect to the legend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do that too. You know what I mean? I can listen to Dilla shit, then I can turn around and listen to some shit, you know what I mean? Beethoven made, you know what I mean? Gucci made album, you know what I mean? And enjoy it the same way. So, I mean, I think some of them fans just need to understand that. Like, whatever your personal preference is don't mean like that's, you know, the particular artist's personal preference of music. I enjoy that shit.
Exactly, and I enjoyed because I didn't hear Reject 1, so I enjoyed when I heard Not Humble. I was like, okay, so he's flexing now, you know what I'm saying? He's switching it up, in my eyes. You remember saying I didn't. I'm still new to the game. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the whole Griselda game. But I'm definitely fucking with what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? I can relate because I come from, I come from Massachusetts, a place called Springfield, Massachusetts. So it's a very small place, but it is crime ridden. You know what I'm saying? And so I can relate to, like, you know, you guys being from Buffalo and the fact that it's a place that's overlooked, but while you're there, you know what I'm saying, shit is really going down. So so I respect that. And I was telling somebody that, you know, a couple of artists that I know, I was like, you know, what you guys done has been a testament to people that don't live, that are not from, you know, the actual New York City or LA and things like that. You know, you carved your own lane with your own sound, and you've been able to penetrate through all these other, through all the noise, you know what I'm saying, and starting to solidify your own ground, you know what I'm saying? So can you kind of shed some light on that, or how you feel about that?
I just feel like, you know, man, we just, you know, believe. Like, this was all by design, you know what I mean, believe it or not. It ain't really too shocking and surprising, like me and my brother and all that. We always knew, like, we knew what, you know, advantages we had and what disadvantages we had with our music and our content, you know what I mean? Like, being from Buffalo, it's like we don't really get the you know, the eyes and ears of the people who need to see this shit and hear this shit. So that kind of, you know, keep you kind of like unheard of and in the dark, you know what I'm saying? That's why everybody never heard of our shit, because like it never got a chance because it's Buffalo shit. Like nobody come here, no A&Rs or nobody's looking when artists come through here, they do their show or whatever and get back on a plane. You know what I mean? So it ain't nobody really looking for talent or whatever. So that's part of the reason why. But we always knew, like, once we get the eyes and ears we need, it was over. Like I knew what would be with somebody like Alchemist's reaction. You know what I mean? Once he heard my shit, it was just a matter of, you know, him hearing it. You know what I mean? And that's just me just confident in my craft and what I do. It ain't no arrogant shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't expect him to be like, tweet my shit, yo, you know, I need 19 more of these with my freestyle or whatever. I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect, you know, to be signed to Eminem. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that, you know what I mean, I was gonna be what I'm becoming. You know what I mean? And like you were saying, like we just kept it, you know, stuck to our roots. You know what I'm saying? Kept our shit original. Kept it grimy, Danger. Danger, the nuclear, like with Danger with these beats is, I mean, niggas can't top that alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the perfect combination, man. You guys really created your own sound, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you get a lot of comparisons to like to Ray and Ghost and things like that, which I feel that's a compliment, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand why people say that because of the chemistry that you have with your brother, you know what I'm saying? But the sound that you have in 2017, you know, 2016, like that doesn't make it to, you know, a lot of people don't get to get to where you guys are at and to where you're headed to, you know what I'm saying, with that particular sound. So you guys are definitely doing something special.
I agree with you there. Wow.
Because I'm sure you get flooded with beats if you ask for beats that are probably like replicas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas be definitely trying to slide me, yo, I got beats, and I'll be listening, you know what I'm saying? I'm always listening to beats. Yeah. And be hearing heat and all that, but it's just something about Danger, the way, see, what people don't understand about Danger is he a student of this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like the way he crafts, the way he cook up, it's not like the normal hookup. This dude is like a mad scientist or something. It's hard to explain. You have to like witness it, see it with your own eyes. The way he come up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It makes me and Westside's job easy. Like, you know, all I gotta do, man, I'll be down there finished with my song by the time he done with the beat. You know what I mean? Because the shit, I'm already going crazy when he cooking it. Like, wow. You know what I mean? But like you were saying, and with our content and like how we giving it up in this day and age, we real fortunate that we didn't have to go, you know what I'm saying, dress like Lil Uzi or one of them niggas or die out, you know, look weird and all that shit to try to, you know, be you know, sustain success. We just stuck to our script, man, and just made sure the, you know, the music was right, the beats was right, the lyrics was right, and let the rest pan itself out. You know what I mean?
In a sense, you kind of like, you know, it's not the same as a Uzi or whomever, you know what I'm saying? But if Uzi is being himself, that's exactly what you guys are doing as well. You know what I'm saying? You're being yourself,
Right.
and that's what people attract to, the realness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about I seen you post something the other day about a collab with G Rap. You know what I'm saying? Can you shed a little bit of light on that, like if it's going to be on what project it's going to be on, or you know how everything went down, or whatever?
Yeah, that's for his album that's coming out, The Return of the Dawn. That's coming out. I think that shit coming out like a week or two. You know
okay,
what
what's the project?
So that's for his album. You know, niggas sent that in, and I mean it was an honor for me. I mean I'm still. Now that's something. Now I know I was saying earlier, like none of this shit really shocked and surprised me. That's something that was kind of like a wow moment for me. Like, damn, I'm on Kool G Rap album. You know what I'm saying?
It's like as much as you do, as much as you accomplish, you know what I'm saying. There's gonna be certain things where you gotta be like, you have to sit back and be like, whoa, that just really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's talk about this tour then, man. Griselda on Steroids.
Yeah,
you guys got what, 12 days, something like that on there?
Yeah, we all over the place with this one, man. We about to put on something real special. You know what I'm saying? The first date is June 8th in New York City, Webster Hall, and then the last date is June 28th or some shit in Santa Ana, California. But we going across the country with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be special. We're going to have, you know, limited edition merch and, you know, shirts and CDs and all types of shit. Shit's going to be crazy. You got DJ Green Lantern holding us down. You know what I mean? Got Damage there. Got Benny holding it down. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I look at you guys, man. If you guys were a stock, man, you guys are trending upward right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this tour is definitely a step in the right direction. Are you guys allowed to travel overseas?
Unfortunately, not right now, but very soon. Like that's already in motion, getting that together.
I'm sure they're anticipating you guys out there.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
Okay, so the big news this year for you guys has been the signing with or the partnership with Shady Records.
Right.
I guess Shady's a name in itself. You know what I'm saying? Everything that comes with it is great. But how does Griselda, you know, as a unit, benefit from not just the name affiliation, but the actual growth of this collaboration? I mean, if you get what I'm asking.
I mean, it worked for us. It makes sense for us because, I mean, our number one goal for 2017, you know, we set goals yearly for our, you know, the company or whatever. In 2017, our goal was like maximum exposure. You know what I mean? I know, you know, with M and Paul, they resume, man, it speaks for itself, especially dealing with, you know, our type of, you know, content and what we bring to the table musically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've seen what happened with 50 Cent and, you know, how that blew and whatever. So it just makes sense because we get a chance to get our shit in front of more eyes and more listeners worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. That's you know, it's maximum exposure. It's just, you know, the main focus is on us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it made perfect sense. It ain't a whole bunch of other distractions, a whole bunch of things, other artists and all that shit. It's like, you know, we the focal point and you know they're gonna do everything in their power to help us achieve our goal, which is maximum exposure.
Okay. I guess you can call it Griselda on steroids, right?
Right. Right.
Word.
That was, you're right. That was steroids. I'm the shady.
Definitely steroids. I know. I just asked because I don't know the ins and outs of the business. You know what I'm saying? But you guys were, like I said, you guys were trending upwards as it is. But that makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? To partner up with, this mammoth. You know what I'm saying? That can help bring more exposure. Just because I know, and a lot of people that I know about you guys, don't mean everybody knows, and I'm
the
sure
world
knows. Exactly.
We want everybody, niggas, grandmamas and everything. We want everybody to know about this shit.
So you guys been getting a lot of love from, a lot of respected heads in the game. You know what I'm saying? Who would you say is giving you guys some of the most jewels? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's giving you the most information, if anybody has, you know what I'm saying, about, just maneuvering through this game, just getting through the highs and the lows of it?
Honestly, man, not to sound crazy, but I mean, we already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? We already knew what time it is and what time it was with this industry shit. We know these niggas are suckers. We know these niggas is trying to get in our pockets and take and take and take. We know the rule. We know how this shit go, how this rap shit go, how this industry shit go. You know what I mean? But, just to give you a more, better answer, like, I definitely talked to my brother Royce, the Fly 9, a lot. Me and Westside, and he definitely, give us a great, insight on, what I'm saying, everything, just life, period. Like, it ain't, even if it ain't about music, what I'm saying, just life. You know what I'm saying? I got to shout Royce out on that. Rock Marciano the same. You know what I mean? Damn, who I was about to say, man? I'm forgetting, and I'm starting to get upset. Mayhem Loren.
Mayhem, yeah.
Alchemist, you know what I mean? Alchemist, definitely. And, you know what I mean? Yeah,
so who would you say is the first one that gave you that cosign, that pushed you guys? And I'm not taking anything away from you guys accomplished already. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. I didn't hear the question.
Who gave you guys or was there anybody that gave you that push or that cosign that pushed you over? Going from that come up to now you're starting to get recognized by different people in the industry, because there is a difference. You know what I'm saying? When your name starts buzzing within the industry. And just the fans.
I ain't gonna lie, like it's a guy, his name A.A. Rashid, man. Shout out to A.A. Rashid. If you ever hear this shit, salute, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He put my nigga Planet Asia on. If Planet Asia, PA, you listening? Salute. You know what I mean? That's my nigga. That's another nigga. Cool. To the last question you asked, that's somebody else. Planet Asia. But he put Planet Asia on. Planet Asia went to Alchemist's house, pulled that shit up like, yo, listen to these niggas. And next thing you know, Alchemist was tweeting us and inboxing us.
Okay.
And the rest was a domino effect.
Yeah, Alchemist seems to have that power, man.
One thing, Alchemist is crazy because, like, everybody goes to Alchemist's house. Like, to just go to his lab. Like, even if it's just to just chill, smoke, nigga, watch the fight, whatever. Like, every artist, like, I done ran into so many different artists and, like, man, NBA niggas and all that. Like, niggas just go. Al House is like the motherfucking, the hub in L.A. You know what I mean? And everybody that comes through Alchemist's house, he playing some shit from us. Like, listen to this. Like, everybody that I met in the industry, they all say the same thing. Yeah, Al was letting me hear some shit. Like, Prodigy. That's how I got good, cool with Prodigy. Like, he's like, yeah, man, Alchemist let me hear some shit. Let me hear that air hole shit. I was like, yo, I gotta find these niggas. You know what I mean? And, that's my nigga. That's somebody else who I could call, pick up on the second ring, and you know what I mean, talk to about anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like as a fan, you know what I'm saying, you guys like were able to connect with the right crowd of people that's part of that lane, you know what I'm saying? You guys, it seems like it's this cloth, you know what I'm saying, and you're all part of that similar cloth. even you guys didn't know each other, you know what I'm saying, from nowhere, but it all makes sense. So that's kind of the answer I was thinking. Was
it's
like,
all
it has to be
organic, man. It's all organic, man. It wasn't like nobody. Like one thing people don't know, because you know, from the looks of it, it don't look like that. But we came in this shit with no money, no pub, you know what I'm saying, no PI, none of that shit. Like none of this shit was favors or, you know what I'm saying, none of that. Like niggas just genuinely liked the music, and then when they met niggas, man, genuinely fucked with us. You know what I mean? Like I don't do music, or I don't even. If I don't fuck with you personally, I don't care what you did in this game. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't fuck with you as a man, like as a person, it don't matter. Like, I don't need, you know what I mean? I'm weird with it, man. I'm funny. I feel like I don't owe nobody nothing to collab with them or do nothing. So, like, if I don't like you, you know what I mean? We wouldn't probably even work. So,
and without saying names, have you run into people like that?
This is just crazy for everything to just happen so organically like it did, coming from where we from and with how we rapping and what we rap, the beats we rapping on and shit. It's just amazing.
So without saying any names, is there people that you run into the industry like that you might have been a fan of or at some point in your life and then met them and been like, yo, this dude's funny style, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I met a couple goofy niggas.
Yeah. I think we all are, man.
Yeah. A couple niggas I thought was real niggas. Goofy.
Yep, that happens, man. People are people. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be people, regardless of the stature.
Right.
So let's talk about the grimiest of all time, man. What's the process, man? What's your album making process?
I mean, hey, man, I let Darren just do his thing. And, you know, it takes me somewhere. It takes me to a dark place. So this album really is just it's so spooky. It's so grimy. That's why, I mean, it's properly titled. Grimiest of all time.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I took it up a notch on this album from Reject 2 to now. You know what I mean? I think I grew as an artist, as a man, you know what I'm saying? And the music, the beats, is Danger out of his mind on his production, on his shit. I'm out of my mind on the lyrics, you know what I mean? And we just, you know, we're just getting it together still. You know, we still cooking and still putting it together. You know, the Hall & Nash album first, we're going to drop that GOAT. But in the meantime, we just still cooking. We still cooking. Hall & Nash album.
Do you record more, do you do like a process of elimination, like record so many songs and then kind of structure it from there? Or do you already have the idea of how you want the album structured, so you kind of just pick and choose which beats you make like one time, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to use this track, this one's going on the album.
Sometimes I just hear the shit, hear the beat, and rap on it, and the song be so dope, I know it's a lot for the shit. But that's why I earned the name The Machine. Like, niggas start calling me Machine. Like, yo, you a machine, because I really sit up and I would record all day if I could. You know what I'm saying? Song after song after song after song after song. Like, I just feel like I ain't made my best song and my best shit yet. So I'm still trying to get better and get iller. You know what I'm saying? Do shit that I ain't, you know what I mean? So I'm always recording. I've got honestly maybe 100 songs in a cut.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking through and, you know what I mean, seeing what I'm going to use, what I'm going to fuck with.
That's a lot of material, man. That's a lot of material.
I don't fuck around. I live in the studio. Man. I don't fuck around.
So is the plan primarily all Derringer produced, or are you going to have Alchemist on there? Are you going to have any other producers?
Yeah, I mean, mostly Derringer, but I got Alchemist got a couple joints on there. Static Selector got a couple on there. Me and Primo supposed to do some work, you know what I'm saying? We locked in yet and recorded anything, but we speak all the time. You know, that's my big bro. We gonna get some for the tape. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I like to just, cause, you know what I mean? Darren's my brother, so it's like, we actually see each other and around each other all day, every day almost. Like, you know what I mean? Live together, all type of shit. So the studio is like right in our house. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like cooking with Derringer. You know what I'm saying? I just like cooking with Derringer, man. He a genius, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a harmony. You know what I'm saying? It goes well together.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like, man, what you know, Wu had they RZA. You know what I'm saying? That's our RZA, man. And I just like to keep it like that, for real. But I don't mind fucking with other producers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like to fuck with my RZA. You know what I'm saying? You see, Purple Tape was the RZA. You know what I mean? Iron Man was the RZA.
Yeah, all their best shit was the RZA. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the notable standouts. You know, 36 Chambers,
Liquid Sword. That was the RZA. You know what I'm saying? Like Derringer on a run like that. I don't think he get enough credit, honestly. I mean, if you look at all the shit we dropped like 12 projects last year, and they was all produced by Derringer. I mean, consistent classics, 12 in a row. I mean,
all Derringer.
All Derringer. You gotta put him in a conversation with RZA. I'm sorry. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. You know what I mean? You know how they be having the quotes on the Instagram, the Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Quote. Derringer need to be in the same breath as the RZA.
Okay. I'm gonna use that clip then.
Consistency wise, not you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, not accomplishment wise and impact wise. I'm talking about impact and consistency. Ain't nobody had a RZA shit was crazy from 36 Chambers all the way up to Wu-Tang Forever. From like 92 to 96, 97, he was flawless. You know what I mean? But about 5, 6 projects. Derringer just dropped 12 in a year.
Work ethic.
We got to talk about that.
So you guys just knocking out beats, writing, recording.
That's it.
Day in, huh? Day out.
The usual shit, the simple hip hop shit. Niggas I don't put no doubles. We don't use doubles and nothing. Derringer make the beat on the spot. Load the mic up. Load that beat up, Derringer. I get on that mic. The rest is, you know what I mean? We knock that shit out, on to the next song.
So you saying
write that shit on the spot. All that. We write it on the spot. I don't walk around with a book full of raps like, oh, this will sound good on this. Like, we write our shit on the spot.
You're not wasting anything.
No. Ain't nothing to waste. It's all heat.
So is there a plan to do something with the unreleased joints? That you're gonna like make different projects off of that, or is it just just keep it in the vault, maybe release it? Maybe
we'll
not?
see. We'll see. You know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Sometimes we just we drop loosies on getting them shits away on some loosey shit, but they pretty much they all get used one way or another. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like you guys getting new supporters every day?
Absolutely. It's getting crazy. It's getting unreal, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt like I needed to drop this reject on Steroids that's about to drop in about 1 hour Eastern time, 3 p.m. That's why I felt I needed to drop this reject on Steroids, because I know I got a lot of new, followers and new fans and new listeners that, I wanted to just bring up the speed in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, let them know, like, man, it's a guy out here that not only got his own lane and style with that grimy street shit, bringing it, you know what I mean, making that shit sound crazy, but he also can motherfucking kill a Kendrick Lamar Be Humble beat, or, you know what I'm saying, a Kodak Black beat, you know what I'm saying, too. There's a guy out here that's dangerous, that's on a Lil Wayne Dedication 1 and 2 level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my thing to dropping this album. That's why I wanted to hurry up and drop this shit and get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I'm already about 4 or 5 songs into the next one. It's called More Steroids. You'll be dropping in a couple. I ain't fucking around. It's match the gas time now.
Yeah, it seems that way. And I was just about to say, it doesn't. You told me 12 projects. It don't even seem like it's in that many projects, but it's just the way you guys and you guys are dropping like a new song every week. It seems somebody from the camp's dropping something. Whether it's you, whether it's Eastside Gun, whether it's Benny.
That's the plan. We just want to do what got us here. Continue to do what got us thanks to Shady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's impressive, man.
Kill the shit, smash the gas, keep dropping, keep killing shit.
Yeah, it's impressive because people, you know,
that album too on the way. When the streets hear that Benny, that Tanner Talk 3, he about to drop something in a couple weeks too, in like a week or two. And you know what I mean? Like we ain't letting up. But Benny album is incredible. It's incredible. Trust me.
Well, speaking of Benny, you guys killed it with that. What show was that on that Shade 45? Where you guys had that freestyle, man. That caught a lot of buzz.
I mean, we did Sweat On, and then we did Static Selector Show Off Radio.
I think that was the Static. No, it was both of them actually, because you went in on the battle rapper, part.
Yeah. They liked that.
Did you get any response from any of those guys?
Yeah. But,
nothing.
Yeah.
It's all good. All good. Well, shit, man. I'm not gonna hold you up, man. I just wanted to be able to chop it up with you, man. Again, I know you guys are, like I said, you guys are trajecting upwards, man. And you know, as a hip hop, you know, I'm not so much of a purist. You know what I'm saying? I'm an older cat, so I've been, you know, I know about the whole Wu era. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? So as somebody who appreciates that particular sound, it was like a breath of fresh air to hear guys like you and to see guys like you winning. You know what I'm saying? Particularly you guys winning. You know, being where you're from, the circumstances that you guys went through to get here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion. You know, just as a fan's observation. You know what I'm saying? But I want to wish you the best of luck on your tour, man.
I appreciate you, homie.
Too bad there's no Texas dates. I'm based out of Texas, so there's no Texas dates on there. But hopefully these promoters can get with it and get you guys on the next one.
Yeah, real soon. We'll be out there this year, definitely.
Yeah. Also, last year or the year before, you guys were out here for South by Southwest, right?
Yeah, we was out there.
Yeah. Okay, I heard that was a dope show because that was a show with Ghost and MF Doom, right? Was that the same that Mass Appeal, I believe? Was it the same?
Yeah, we was just there. We wasn't on that bill though.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Conway the Machine, man. I want to thank you for coming on Eastside Morales. Is there anything you want to shout out?
Man, thanks for having me, man. You know, shout out all my fans, man. Salute. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for rocking with me, man. Reject on steroids. Make sure y'all tune in. Enjoy that shit. Love that shit. Appreciate that shit. Stay safe, man. Stay solid. 100.
Yeah, and in the future, I'd like to, follow up, you know what I'm saying, just to check back with you, man, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, homie.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, man, and best of luck, like I said, man.
All right. Peace.
Peace.